Dave, you've had a lot of success in Perth, obviously most of it at the WACA, pre-Optus Stadium, but it must be nice coming back here knowing you've got such a good record in town.
Yeah, look, I think it's just exciting to come back to Perth and play cricket in front of a crowd. It was obviously awesome during the World Cup. But yeah, playing here, I haven't played a red ball game here, played a pink ball game. It was a nice game, but obviously Joshy got injured that series and disappointing from him, but we're excited to come back here. He said he's going to leave a bit more grass on it. I don't know if you need any more than what the World Cup had on it, but yeah, we're excited to get out there and obviously it's going to be nice and hot.
Dave, what are you expecting from the pitch? Obviously you said there's the grass on the World Cup, there's a fair bit of kind of life in the pitch. Is that what you're expecting for this test?
Yeah, I think that the beauty about playing it in Perth is, you know, it's similar to the Gabba, is the cracks. I love seeing the cracks. I think it's raw, it's cool, it's real, and that's what should be brought into play. Obviously the curators know more than what we do, but if you leave enough grass on it, I think that's where, you know, from their perspective, they don't want to see too many cracking. So, look, with the hot weather, it's inevitable that there might be some cracks, but yeah, we have to wait and see how it plays out.
Dave, can you tell us a bit more about that memory of a teenage Elzari Joseph in St Kitts and facing him and then wondering sort of where he'd come from and why you weren't facing him in a test match?
Yeah, like he bowled to us for a little bit, and you know, obviously we go in and face him throwdowns first, and then we go into the net. So we saw him just bowling thunderbolts, and on those wickets there, they're quite glassy and a bit ridgy, so it was a bit daunting. And like, we just didn't know where he's come from. Like we actually thought he might have rolled out in one of the domestic teams, but he was young back then. So yeah. Look, it's good to see him evolve from then. Obviously he's a fantastic bowler. He's got a good record, and now he's part of like the IPL. I faced him in the IPL when he first came on. He took 6 for against us. He's an exciting young talent, and that's what West Indies cricket needs as well. They need a lot of these young guys coming through who are bowling, at high speeds, and hopefully the wickets get back to what they originally were back in sort of the 80s and the 90s in the Caribbean.
And they seem to have like their pace bowling attack is quite like complementary. You know, you got Kemar, you got Jason, you got Elzari. Like they've all got different skills. They come at different heights and paces. Yeah,
look, and I think the best thing about these guys are they've been selected in the test setup, and they've had that hunger and desire to keep playing test cricket. I think that's why Kemar's been so successful. He's concentrated just on the test match cricket. His body's held up well. He's played a lot of county cricket. And then you've got obviously Jason Holder, who's an experienced player who can hold the group together, obviously captain for a long time. He's got great skill set with the bat and the ball. And obviously, Kyle Mayers as well coming through and having a breakthrough season in the West Indies, which is not an easy place to bowl. Over there can be quite flat, but he's done exceptionally well. So they do complement each other, and yeah, we're going to have to obviously study hard before the game, and as left-handers we're going to face a lot of bowling around the wicket, so we're prepared for that.
Have you found the transition from white ball cricket to preparing for the West Indies attack?
Same as it has for the last decade. It's just another game of cricket. Same things coming down to me. It's a cricket ball. The only thing is switching gears. For us, we've got time. The wickets the last sort of 2 years have been quite bowler friendly, and we've had to adapt to that. It hasn't been the old come out and try and put the pressure on. It's been difficult. Teams have been bowling really, really well on these wickets at the moment. So for us, it's about, as I keep saying, assessing the conditions and go from there.
There's probably a bit of caution about Cameron Green, just in young years, I suppose, and making sure that he's not pushed too far too early, and he's going to go in the IPL option next year. From your vast experience in the IPL, do you think that is overall a good thing, for him to be going over there, and what you can take from that as a player?
Yeah, look, I think from an experience point of view, it's great. From a playing point of view, he's obviously got 4 test matches in a few 2020s or one days that are after it. So, look, 19 weeks straight in India, being your first trip there as well, can be quite challenging from the heat perspective, the playing, the recovery. It's a different heat. I know playing, I've been through that, I've played that, I've done the test series and the IPL straight before. It is tough. Put on the back of that, you've got 5 test matches in England. And I think it's 20 days off before you go to Africa and play World Cup. It's a big year. Glenn Maxwell did it a couple of years ago, played the whole year and was cooked come the season. So from a youngster's point of view, it's totally up to him. It's his decision he has to make. For the longevity of him in his career, it's a big call for him as a youngster, and whatever decision he goes with, we'll respect it as players. But ultimately, it's down to him and obviously the CA, and I don't know what those conversations are.
What about that for you? That schedule you just spelt out, that might be what you might be doing as well, right? Like, have you thought about how you might get through all that?
Mate, I'm the best forward planner there is, so I know exactly what's coming up the next 5 years. So, like, for me, yeah, look, it's obviously a daunting one. I knew it was always going to come. It's going to be a challenge in itself, obviously with 3 kids and my wife. It's going to be tough, but from now I have to take each series as it comes. Got to keep scoring runs, otherwise you people will start talking about retirement. But look, I'm enjoying where I am at the moment, loving the training, loving the youngsters coming into the group. For me, it's about helping the team out as best as I can, whether it's on the field or off the field. I enjoy that responsibility, and I just love being around the team.
Is there a particular series of the tour in all that that kind of drives you, Dave, that kind of keeps you, in amongst all that work that you really want to get to?
Yeah, looking ahead, I think winning in India is key. We've had a lot of series over there. We haven't won too many Test matches. England's another one. Obviously, we retained last time, but to win over there will be awesome. And then obviously you've got the World Test Championship, which I think if we win every game, we could be potentially playing in that. So there's a lot to look forward to, but we take game by game as we do as a team, and then we assess from there.
We might have to wrap it up, guys.